Hey guys, it's Pops Reviews, and I'm here with some more squared circle action. I thought I'd do a little playthrough. I've had a few requests to do some matches from the World Class book that is made for the squared circle by Mr. S.T. Patrick. So I thought I'd maybe play out a couple matches, and I'm actually what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play them in their full health. So, but with a catch though. As you can see here, I'm going to have Chris Adams, gentleman Chris Adams, taking on the missing link. And Chris Adams, his energy is 740. Okay, so he has his different levels here: 740, 592, 444, 296, 148. That's his different levels. Um, and then we have the missing link. So he starts off at a 530, 424, 318, 212, and 106. So we have gentleman Chris Adams now. He has some notes here. One note in particular that he has on the sheet, it says, when you use Adams as a face, disregard the cheat 01 to 02 and add a 01 and a 02 to grapple. But Chris Adams is actually going to be a heel in this match, and his manager is Gary Hart. So, uh, so now I want to just, as we talk about the managers here for a second, and I saw, if you didn't watch the solo promoters two-parter wrestling event that he had when he was a kid watching some WWF, you should go check that out. It's pretty interesting to see how the matches played out and the results. So please check out his video. And one thing, if you might notice in some of these matches, like especially with the solo promoter, because he had Jimmy Hart in a lot of the matches, and Jimmy Hart really didn't do anything. So I'm just wanting to show that the managers, if they get involved in a match, they are pretty well. At least Gary Hart here, he's pretty powerful in what he's going to do. So as you can see, if you roll a 30 or 39, wrestler distracts ref, Hart chokes the opponent. 40-49, wrestler distracts ref. Wrestler distracts ref, Hart punches opponent. So he's doing a plus 10, plus 11. It even gets to where he distracts ref, and then the wrestler hits the opponent with the finisher for a pin attempt. And you can see this other one here is a plus 25, while wrestler has ref distracted, Hart hits opponent with boot. So he's doing some pretty powerful things once you get to his manager chart. But the only thing is that you have to roll a cheat on with the wrestler. So Chris Adams' cheat is a 0, 1, or 2 to get to be able to pull off Gary Hart. And then the other thing is that you have to roll a 1 or a 2 to be able to use the manager chart. Otherwise, you will have to use on a 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to use the other cheat chart that is that is also provided. So it's going to be up to you playing the game. How much do you want to really get the manager involved? If you want to make it that they use the cheat chart on a 1 or 2 and the manager's on a 3, 4, 5, 6. That's up to you if you want to kind of reverse that. That's something that's you would have to maybe decide on your own how you'd want to try and get the manager involved a little more. If you feel that he's one of these managers that should get involved in a match more, maybe in another way you could also do your own home brew of, like, if a wrestler's getting pinned, maybe they get somehow to the manager chart. So that's going to be totally up to you. It's something maybe if you want to talk to Mr. S.T. Patrick, you want to email him about the managers and how he came to the decision of them kind of just being rolled on the cheat chart. There it is at the squared circle game at gmail.com. Okay, so I'm gonna play it by the rules here, though. I'm gonna use if Chris Adams rolls his 1 or 2, he gets to go to the cheat chart, and then if he rolls a 1 or 2, then Gary Hart would interfere. The missing link also has Sunshine. So missing link is the face in this match, and he has Sunshine. And Sunshine as well has her own her own shenanigans that she does in the match as well. If she gets involved, he also has a cheat on his 1-2. And another thing I also wanted to bring up, while you played a different, if you played a different organizations, the different books, each book, of course, you will use. There's a few things that you'll use throughout each one. So one again is the thrown out of the ring chart from the core rule book. So you're going to use that. That doesn't change. The cheat chart out of the core rule book, that doesn't change as well. But uh, each book actually has their own pinfall and submission chart. So this here's the pinfall submission chart. This is actually from the world class book here. So they have their own, but it's actually, I think it's similar to the WWF book, but they have their own cheat chart in their or own pinfall and submission chart, and then they also have their own wrestling raffle chart. So this is pretty cool because this is more flavored towards the world class Dallas organization than rather the the Jim Crockett promotion. So you might get a different outcome than the original book. I think in the solo promoter he rolled a 61, and the 61 in the core wrestling raffle chart is probably different to obviously this one here. So maybe this is something you could play around with and have the different wrestling raffle charts to give a little more flavor to your territory playing. So that's just something to keep in mind, and if you remember, that you could switch out the different wrestling raffle charts. Okay, so with all that said, again, this is just a playthrough again, just to kind of show you again the mechanics. And now, like I said, I'm going to play these guys at their full health. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try something. I've tried it before, but I'm going to show it on camera here. What I'm going to do is that each guy's move, I'm going to double the damage that they do. So if, Chris Adams rolls a 75-76, thrown in the turnbuckle, and what's that doing? A +8. So that would be doing now a +16. Plus you roll the dice. So 16, that would be a 17 damage. So we're going to see if that helps kind of like mitigate the gameplay time period. Because you're doubling damage for a lot of the moves that they're doing. So let's give it a roll here. Let's see how it goes. So I got two 20-sided dice. And one is, the blue will be for the missing link. The red will be for Chris Adams. Okay, so, and we're going to talk about probably some of the things here about, the control factor, rolling dice out, or maybe I'll talk about it now. Like I really believe when this game was made, it was made for two players, or 3 players or whatnot. So it's kind of like a battle, right, of dice versus dice, who's in control, and almost like kind of like a video game in a way. The guy does a move and the other guy gets up, and then he has a chance to come back with his move. That's also happens in real wrestling too. A guy hits a body slam, picks the guy up. The guy might rake his eyes, punch him in the gut, whatever, and kind of then he takes over. So it's kind of it's always a battle and a struggle, right? So that's why there's this dice roll for each control kind of thing, and not just like a chain move after chain move for one guy. Again, you could homebrew something like the very first video on this that I believe his name is Mr. Wrestling made for this game. He actually had a homebrew for a kind of a momentum. So maybe if a guy does one move, you could chain it that he has a +1 to his dice roll or next time or something like that. So again, it's the game is a very well made game, obviously, but again, there's little things you could add to make your game fit your mold of how you want to play it, and perhaps was something overlooked by by Mr. S.D. Patrick and his friends playing, that might even help the game. So it's cool. Just fiddle around with the game, play how you feel, what makes it more of a, more real to you. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna roll this match out here. So I've talked enough here. Let's get it going here. So missing link at 5:30. Chris Adams at 7:40. So we roll. Chris Adams rolled a 6. The missing link rolled a 12. So missing link has control. So now we roll here. What's he going to do? He does a 92. And a 92 is a headbutt to the body. Headbutt to the body, and that's a 12, so that's 24. Because we're doubling the damage. 25 damage. 25 damage on gentleman Chris Adams. So now he's at 715. Big move there by the missing link as he laid out a big headbutt there to the body, and now there is a D, which shows that it could be a pin, but there's no star by it, so I'm gonna assume that they missed out the star, and we're just gonna roll for control. And if he gets control, that would be a pin for a missing link. Does he get control? He does. So he's gonna go for a cover. So it's gonna be a D. Now Chris Adams is still at level 0 here because he has to level 1. He has to get to 592. So a D move at level 0. So he has to roll a 5 for a count of 1. He rolls a 30, a 25 for a count of 2. Rolls a 57 and an 85 for a count of 3. Oh, and Chris Adams kicks out on a count of 2. Chris Adams kicked out on a count of 2. That was dangerously close there. Missing link almost had him on that one. Missing link in control now. Missing link now 64 for the missing link. And the 64 is going to be another headbutt to the body. So that's a 12, 24, 25, 26. So that's 26 damage. Chris Adams down to 689. Now, again, I'm writing this on memo cards, flashcards, whatever you want to call them. I mean, you could keep track on a tablet, a computer. You saw Solo Promoter was keeping on a tablet. I'm kind of doing it old school here, and I'm waiting for some counters, some dial counters to come in to kind of keep track of the guy's health, so I don't have to keep writing it down, kind of thing. But we're going old school here, and so again, he rolled the same headbutt to the body, D. Again, I think anytime you see a letter, it's usually for a pin. The only thing is that he didn't write the star, so this could be just a miss that he didn't write the star. As you can see, like on this one here, there's an Inseguri D, and then it has a star. So this could be a miss here on his part, but that's okay. We're going to roll for control. If he gets control, he goes for a pin again. So no pin, because now Chris Adams is in control. So he took that headbutt to the body. Now Chris Adams, what's he going to do? An 81. Chris Adams, he's going to throw out of the ring. So he's throwing him out of the ring. And that is a plus 12. So 12, 24, 25, 26. So 530 minus 26. The missing link thrown out of the ring. He's at 504. 504. Okay, so the missing link thrown out of the ring by gentleman Chris Adams, and now we go to the out of the ring chart. So now on the out of the ring chart, you have the option here now. You could either, we have to roll for control, and then the opponent, he could either pursue, the guy in the ring could either pursue, or the guy outside the ring, if he gets control, could draw the opponent out of the ring, or on the back here, there's also a wait patiently after thrown out of the ring. So the guy in the ring could wait patiently, or the guy outside the ring could wait patiently. And there's also things for that. So missing link got thrown out of the ring. Let's roll for control to see what happens. Chris Adams gets control. He rolled a 16. We're going to say that, he's going to go after the missing link. He's going to go after him, so he's going to pursue. So he goes outside. He rolls a 68. A 68 is control winner, rams head into mat. So he went outside and rams the missing link's head right into the mat. That's a plus 25, so that's 50. Plus the dice roll, 52. So that's 52. 504 minus 52 is 452. So the missing link now down to 452. And then it says both return to the ring. So now they're both in the ring. He threw the missing link after ramming his head into the mat outside the ring. Throws the missing link back into the ring. And now we roll back for control. And now it is the missing link who you're going to be on the offense here. Missing link now was thrown back in the ring by Chris Adams, 34. And now he rams the head. He's going to take Chris Adams and ram his head into the turnbuckle. So that's a 20. 25. So 689 minus 25. 664. Rams Chris Adams' head into the turnbuckle. And now Chris Adams now going to look to answer back here. Chris Adams now. Gentleman Chris Adams, 25. Going to hit the missing link with a big kick. So that's a 9. That'd be an 18 doubled. 22. So 452 minus 22 is 430. And the missing link taking a big kick there by Chris Adams. And now it's the missing link going to try and answer back now. Rolls a 50. And the missing link now, what's he going to do? Another headbutt to the body. Another headbutt to the body. That's 12, 24, 26. Headbutt, big headbutt to the body, doing damage on Gentleman Chris Adams. And look at the pain that he's in after that headbutt. But Gentleman Chris Adams now looking to try and answer back on the missing link here. 28. 28. He lands a big right hand on the missing link. That's 8, 16, and 6. So, 8, 16, 22. So that's a 22 damage. That's 408, the missing link. Big shot by Chris Adams. And now it's Chris Adams again. What's he going to do now? Gentleman Chris Adams with a 12. And he's going for an armbar. So that's a 1, 2. That's a 4. So now the missing link down to 404. And that would count as 2 moves if you were keeping time. And now it's going to be the missing link now. What's he going to do? Missing link now. 70 for the missing link. And again with another headbutt to the body. 12, 24. 28 damage. 28 damage. And Chris Adams, missing link, is working that back of Chris Adams. And he is in a lot of pain here. And now we roll for control here. But Chris Adams going to stop the missing link. 16. He's going to hip toss him. 4. 5. Chris Adams trying to go back to wrestling here. He's trying to get back to wrestling here with the missing link and not get into a brawl. That's $3.99. They want to get into a brawl with the missing link. And Chris Adams is trying to somewhat keep this into a wrestling match here. But now the missing link gets the advantage. A 58 for the missing link. And again, that's another big headbutt to the body. 12, 24, 25, 26, 27. Damage. 27 damage by the missing link. And he's really working that back at Chris Adams. And you can see Gary Hart outside the ring, not too pleased, as Chris Adams is being worked over here by the missing link. He's using his head as a battering ram. And now missing link now is going to go for a cover. So now he's going for a cover. Chris Adams has hit the level 1 threshold. So now we look, he did that headbutt to the body, which is a D move and level 1. So D level 1. So we roll the dice here. And now missing link is going for a cover, as Chris Adams, you can see on the mat holding his back. Missing link going for a cover. Sunshine trying to get on him. That's a count of 1. He's a 22 for a count of 2. And he needs a 75 for a count of 3. And he got him. The missing link got him with that big headbutt to the body. And he was really wearing down Chris Adams at the end. Look at Gary Hart. He's in shock. Unbelievable. The missing link. And look at Sunshine. She's jumping up and down outside the ring. Unbelievable. Your winner of this contest, the missing link. The missing link. Taking on gentleman Chris Adams here. Wow, what a match that was. Using his head as a battering ram on Chris Adams, and he had one too many shots. Gary Hart was distracted by Sunshine outside the ring, and the missing link, using that head as a battering ram, took out gentleman Chris Adams here. So there you see, a match played in 20 minutes at full health, double damage. Now you could go back and play that at single, and see if there's a different damage Chris Adams has. He still had a lot more health to the missing link. He had 583. The missing link had 399. So I don't think that was really a factor in the match, because he still has way more health than the missing link. Again, this is a dice rolling game, so anything could happen in a dice rolling game, right? And so again, maybe Mr. S.T. Patrick, if he watches this video, can maybe leave in the comments about this headbutt to the body, if this is something that goes for a pin. I believe it does, but maybe he could give clarification on that. But again, that's the referee's decision is final here, and the missing link has won this match. He wore down Chris Adams with those headbutts to the body, and Chris Adams couldn't take it anymore, and he was pinned by the missing link. All right, so there you have it, and we're going to come back with our main event of the evening. All right, we are back with our main event. It is going to be the Freebird, Purely Sexy Michael P.S.Hayes taking on the Modern Day Warrior, Kerry Von Erich. What a match this should be. Both men playing at their full strength here at 840 for Kerry Von Erich, the Modern Day Warrior. And then you can see he goes down to 672. 504, 336, and a 168 till he gets to 0. Michael P.S.Hayes playing at a 725, going to 580, 435, 290, and a 145, then down to 0. All right, and here we go with our main event here of world class. It is the Modern Day Warrior, Kerry Von Erich, taking on Michael P.S.Hayes, the Freebird, and here we go. These two men are going to lock up for position here. Oh, and they're going right to the wrestling raffle chart. Right off the bat here. Right off the bat. And we get a 6 on the wrestling raffle chart. What's going to happen here? As the heel throws the babyface into the corner, the ref gets in the way and takes a nasty bump. The referee goes down. While down, the face's chief rival rushes to the ring and stomps the face 6 times for 54 plus 1d6 damage. If the match is face versus face or heel versus heel, roll to see who gets bum rushed in the melee during the ref bump. So, the referee goes down, takes a nasty bump while down. We're going to say that Buddy Roberts comes in, rival rushes to the ring, stomps Kerry Von Erich's face 6 times for 54. So now I'm doubling it, right? So, that's 108 damage. 108 damage plus a 5. So that's 113 damage right off the bat. Wow. Right off the bat, the referee took a big bump and he was down. And Buddy Roberts is rushed to the ring here. And he's doing a number on the Modern Day Warrior, Kerry Von Erich. And Von Erich now in a whole lot of trouble right off the bat. The referee, you could see, trying to get up here as he took that bump. And look at Buddy Roberts taking off. What a jerk. Those Freebirds. And now, Michael P.S.Hayes starting this match almost right off the bat with a handicap here. Now, for the Modern Day Warrior, Kerry Von Erich gets control. 28. 20 Day Warrior. He throws one of those big right hands. So that's a 9-18. Doing a punch, so 9-18. 19 damage. 19 damage on Michael P.S.Hayes. He's down to 706. And now, both these men now really in this match, but Michael P.S.Hayes looking to get the advantage now. 67. 67 for P.S.Hayes. He lands his own big right hand. And that's an 8, 16, 21. 21 damage. Big right hand by Michael P.S.Hayes. And both these men now duking it out now. Now it's the modern day warrior, Kerry Von Erich, 57, landing on his own big right hand. They're throwing big right hands at each other here. So 57, that's a punch. So 9, 18, 22. 22 damage. Both these men at 706. Well, not anymore now. Michael P.S.Hayes taking the damage on that one. And he's down to 684. And now, it is the modern day warrior, Kerry Von Erich now. What's he going to do? A 12. And now he's got P.S.Hayes down after that big right hand dropped him. And now he lands a big knee drop. And the knee drop is 6-12. 17. And now Michael P.S.Hayes in a whole lot of trouble, as the modern day warrior is taking control now. Kerry Von Erich now, what's he going to do now? A 29. Lands another big right hand. That's 9, 18, 20. $647. And P.S.Hayes now in a whole lot of trouble. He's been taking some big right hands. That's a 9, a 6. So now P.S.Hayes gets control now. And a 91 for Michael P.S.Hayes. And now he's going to throw Kerry Von Erich out of the ring. So that's 12, 24, 25. Kerry Von Erich taking 25 points of damage. Now he's down to 681. And he's thrown out of the ring. So now we got to see who gets control. It's going to be Kerry Von Erich. What's he going to do? He was thrown out of the ring. He's going to draw P.S.Hayes out of the ring. So let's see what he rolls. A 53. So Kerry Von Erich is in control. 53. Control loser drops opponent over railing and both return to the ring. So the control loser, which was actually Michael P.S.Hayes, drops Kerry Von Erich over the guard railing. That's a 30, so that's a 60. A 60. 63. So Kerry Von Erich having a backfire on him as he went outside. He went outside. P.S.Hayes came outside and dropped him on the railing. For, again, that was 67. Sorry, 63. Sorry, 63. So minus 63. So 618. Kerry Von Erich down to 618. And now after that, says control loser drops opponent over railing and then they both return to the ring. So now they're both back inside the ring. And now we go to the raffle chart here. Both on the raffle chart. So now a 37 on the raffle chart. Let's look at the 37. The heel pulls the referee in front of the face. So the heel P.S.Hayes pulls the referee in front of Von Erich, who is charging at him. The referee takes a rough bump. During this rough bump, the heel kicks the face twice and throws the face out of the ring. Kerry Von Erich thrown out of the ring. Roll 1d10. If 1 to 2, the ref recovers, so we roll 1d10. We get a 2. If on 1 to 2, the ref recovers, destroying it, and the match continues with the face having taken 30 plus damage. So that's doubled again. 30, 60, 60 damage. And both are back in the ring. And then there's a rest for all the rest of the stuff here. So he's going to take 30 plus damage, or we're going to say it's 60 plus damage. I don't know. Do we roll a dice on that? Well, I guess we will, because we usually roll for the rest of the damage. So 64 damage done to Kerry Von Erich outside the ring. So it said during the rough month, the heel kicks the face twice, and throws the face out of the ring. Roll 1d10. The ref recovers the thrown and the match continues with the face having taken 30 plus damage. So he was thrown out of the ring, and so that means, and then both are back in the ring. Sorry. So yeah, so now they're both back in the ring. So now we roll for control. I thought they were maybe still outside the ring, but now they're both back in the ring. Von Erich and Hayes are both back in the ring, and now Von Erich now gets control. He's been damaged a lot in this match here, 17, and the Modern Day Warrior throws a kick at P.S.Hayes, 8, 16, 19. That's 628. You can see Kerry Von Erich has been whittled down in this match. A lot of interference. He's taking some shots outside the ring. And now he's trying to come back now on P.S.Hayes. And a 16 is an elbow drop. So that's 9, 18, 21. That's 607. But now P.S.Hayes is going to try and put a stop to that. And an 88 for P.S.Hayes. He's going to ram Von Erich's head into the turnbuckle. That's a 10, 20, 26. That's 528. Ramming the Modern Day Warrior's head into the top turnbuckle. But now, Von Erich going to look to fire back on him. A 2. He grabs him now. What is he going to do? Von Erich grabs Michael P.S.Hayes, 25. Lands a big right discus punch on him. And down goes P.S.Hayes. That's a 9, 18, 23. Big shot by Kerry Von Erich. So now P.S.Hayes down to 584. And now the Modern Day Warriors in full control here. And that's 100. Look out, he's going to throw that big discus punch. That's a 40, 80, 80 plus 83. So 584 minus 83 is down to 501. Big discus punch thrown by Kerry Von Erich. Then down goes P.S.Hayes. And now that's a B maneuver. So now we go to the pin chart here. So P.S.Hayes, we know it's a B and a 501. So he's still at level 1 because he's got to get to level 2. He has to get to 435. So B level 1 needs a 1 for a count. A 1 gets a 6. 14 for a count of 2. And a 72 for a count of 3. And he got him with that big discus punch. The Modern Day Warrior, Kerry Von Erich. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this match, the Modern Day Warrior, Kerry Von Erich. Listen to the fans as he hit P.S.Hayes with a big discus punch, knocking Michael P.S.Hayes right out. And look at Buddy Roberts is trying to come back to the ring, and Von Erich looking to challenge him. And Buddy Roberts wanting no part of the Modern Day Warriors. He's just trying to drag Michael P.S.Hayes as he's been knocked out from that big discus punch. Let's go back to the replay. There you see Von Erich torquing around and boom! Nailing Michael P.S.Hayes, and he does a 360 and down he goes. And there you see it. Von Erich hooking the leg. 1, 2, 3. There it is. The Modern Day Warrior, Kerry Von Erich. Still the pride of world-class wrestling. All right, there you have it. That's 2 matches played, double the damage. in less than half an hour. Me fiddling a bit with some of the explanations in that, but very playable. Kerry Von Erich had 840 health to start. Michael P.S.Hayes has 725 health to start. I'm trying to pick up the card here, it just won't pick up. Okay, so there's a solution if you want to try and play out matches. You don't have time to roll them as the actual damage. Double the damage. Double the damage. You'll get through it everything pretty quickly. And yeah, I think it's still, even when you double the damage, I think it's still pretty, still thematic, to the match and how it's playing out. And so you'll be able to play your matches within a certain time period. And then if you really don't have time to play the opening matches, if you have your card, then you have your quick play results that you could do for your matches. But otherwise, very comfortable to play it, doubling the damage, for your matches, and having it play within a nice time period if you're worried about time. So that's an option for you guys, and just want to thank all you for subscribing to me, and watching my videos, and leaving comments. I enjoy all the comments that you guys put down, and I try and answer any questions in that. And I was just at a online convention. I was thankful to talk with some of the other guys at the online convention this past weekend. And this is just a great community, guys. This is just a great community. It's not even necessarily sometimes about the games, but just the guys who play the games, and who have the same the same passion for wrestling and playing games, and just having the same imagination for things, and that so it's truly an honor to meet all the guys who are involved with these games, and whether you play a nice easy wrestling game, a harder complicated wrestling game, it's all good as long as you're having fun. That is always the main thing. As long as you're having fun, that's what's always important. So I just want to thank everyone out there. Thank you for supporting, and please check out the Solo Promoter, and check out his videos that he just did one. He just released one today, the second part of his matches there. So go check that out. Some pretty interesting results. I won't spoil anything. Please check out his video. We're actually something going on in the future, possibly, or hoping mid-May. If Mr. St. Patrick, if he watches this video, we're possibly doing him, St. Patrick, myself. We're probably doing a chat with Al, Red Sox fan. So please, if that happens, Mr. St. Patrick, please get your webcam video so we can get that going with Al. And I'm sure a lot of people would be interested in a lot of the different things about this game and ideas you had, and very much looking forward to that. So please look for that in the future. Chat with Al. Please check out his content. All his he does wrestling with the Phil Singer games, and different baseball games, and had golf and tennis going on in his channel. So please check out his channel. Mr. Dave Little, please check out his wonderful channel as well. He is very, very good quality matches, awesome matches. Carl Zilla, check out his channel for a lot of Phil Singer games, and just beautiful ideas that he has for those games. And I just thank you all for his support. I thank you guys. I can't, it's just funny to see the subscriber numbers growing here, and I just thank you all, and I'm glad I'm able to put out content that you enjoy, and glad that I'm able to do videos for this game, and kind of break it out of the shell that it was kind of in, where it should have been more out there, and people knowing about it a little more. So thanks to everybody who has supported and supporting Mr. St. Patrick for the wonderful game he has made. So anyways, guys, thanks again. I hope to have another video out soon. And again, you saw 2 world-class matches here done in decent amount of time, with some decent stars from world-class being played out here in a decent time here. So give that a thought. And if you have any questions about anything else, guys, please leave a comment. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Anyways, take care, guys. God bless, and hope to see you in the next video.